It's Walter Martin back, here to help you find some of the best sales and deals on Craigslist cars throughout this country and particularly in your state. I've been going throughout the state of Texas, and today we're going to go into Laredo. So the first thing we need to do is get to the Laredo Craigslist page. So use Google and type in Craigslist Laredo, Texas, and hit enter. And the first site you'll see is laredo.craigslist.org. So go ahead and click on that. And this is the generic Craigslist page with Laredo up top and the search Craigslist to the left where you can search a specific. And under the cars and trucks section, I always go to the buy owner only, and you'll see why quickly. As soon as we go to this section, we're going to see some cheap vehicles. Here's a 95 Chevy Tahoe for $3,250. So, if you were going to drive around town looking for a sport utility for under $3,500, it could be difficult. But here on Craigslist, we find something immediately. Note that it does have 156,000 or 157,000 miles on it. You may want to do some looking under the hood. If you don't know much about that, bring somebody along who does, and you could save a lot of time and energy in the long run. You're going to see tons of trucks and vans. Here's a Ford Windstar for $3,500. So if you're looking to haul around a couple kids or a big family, it's always a good idea to get a bigger vehicle, and a Windstar will hold at least 5 or 6, probably 7 people. So it's got 123,000 miles on it, but also around $3,500. You're going to see a lot of trucks on the Craigslist page in the state of Texas. Here's a big Ford truck with about 158,000 miles on it. This is a very large truck. Note that it is $8,300. It is a diesel, but you could spend a lot of money trying to fuel this thing up over time. Probably has a huge tank in it. So that's something to think about with gas prices and diesel prices where they are today. But $8,300 for a nice truck is not a bad price. If you do have cash, you're going to end up saving money in the long run. Here's a Nissan Sentra for $2,200. But note, if you have cash in hand of $2,000, most people will not turn you away. If you walk there with the money ready to go and you're going to drive away with this vehicle, very few people are going to say, no, I'm not going to take $2,000. So that's just something to think about. It's also something to think about to meet the buyer in a very safe, or the seller rather, in a very safe place. You have all the time in the world to make this transaction, so recognize that you shouldn't chase an offer and try to find somebody in random parts of town. So always be willing to just take your time and find a seller who is willing to work with you. Dodge Caravans are very popular on Craigslist, especially for families. Here's one for $2,450. You can make an offer as well. Once again, have cash in hand and you can end up saving money. If any seller is not willing to meet you face-to-face and wants to work via WhatsApp completely, it's probably a scam. Only work with people locally and only work with people that are willing to meet you face-to-face. If you plan on buying a car or truck on Craigslist, please comment below with how the process is going. And please like this video on YouTube if you find it helpful.